Wow, what the fuck is up, guys? It's your boy JQ, Quan the Destructor. We're live in the building. I have some special guests with me today. Welcome to the Dragon's Den. Here we fucking go. Who the fuck am I with right now?
Hi, you can call me MH.
MH, aka anything?
Matt Hardy.
Okay, aka
Chef Boy Hardy.
Yes. And we also have another special guest in the building over here. What's up?
Hey guys, it's YK,
aka
Cody Bohler,
aka anything else? That's it?
really cool, awesome, fun person.
Yes, you are very cool and awesome.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
Very cool.
Well, welcome to the Dragon's Den. We're doing this shit again. Once again, live. Not really live, but welcome to the podcast. Guys, I'm mixing it up here. Kyle the Oak Tree is sick because his wood won't get hard. And Tony is busy welding some shit because he's a really badass motherfucking welder in general. So shout out to them. But I got some classic guests. If you guys do not remember who Young Kushy and MH are, they were in the beginning since the Bando times. They were on some classic episodes of Bando and Chill and shit. So
You may not know, I didn't have any voice.
you had some voice.
I had a bit of voice, but I was kind of like an extra, I guess you'd say.
I guess essentially.
I was like knife guy number one.
Knife guy number one.
Basically.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, what would I call you from that episode? It was based off the episode with Tease,
Right.
aka Backpacker. Shout out to him. He's out there in California. Shout out to him. But
Shout out.
Matt Hardy, I was trying to think of like what role he was, and I think you were like crazy dildo drug guy. Knife
Okay,
guy,
I don't know.
Something like that. It was something like that.
I don't know where dildo came from, but I was crazy guy with a knife.
For those who don't know, that came from the episode, like I said, with that episode. And in the beginning, we improvised this thing in the beginning that was like Cameron. Shout out to Cameron. Shout out to Dead Boy Cam. Also, if you're listening,
Hell
you
yeah.
fucker. But he came up with this skit in the beginning where he was basically like, we were driving in Teese's car, and he's like, "Oh man, that dildo truck just crashed. He was chasing us for some reason. We're getting chased on the way to the Bando. Why are we getting chased?"
That dildo truck.
Yeah, and that's the first thing he came up with. So,
Oh my God.
So Matt Hardy, I want to thank you for playing that role, and also
You're welcome.
I want to thank you for that, and I want to also thank Cody, aka Young Kushy,
AKA OG, because
AKA
I've been here
yeah.
since the beginning.
Fun side notes here, guys. These are people who have been here since the fucking beginning of pretty much everything we've been doing. So I want to give it a shout out to y'all, man. How the fuck have you guys been? What the fuck has been up? What's been going on with y'all?
I've been
man?
good, I've just been living and working. I need more of this stuff in my life. I did the first,
Yeah, and that's the point of this.
I did the first podcast as an extra, as a fucking dildo
Crazy
assassin,
dildo.
I guess. Whatever they say.
Something like that.
Yeah, I wanted to be more a part of this, and I'd rather have my voice inserted than my dildo.
Yeah,
So,
and shout out to that dildo, and shout out to both of them being here. So fuck yeah, man. We're and I agree with Matt Hardy in that sense. We're definitely getting this shit rolling again. We have a lot of shit planned. We have a lot of interviews planned. We have a lot of plugs coming in here soon. So fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, and let's get started, I guess. Who's got something to talk about?
We're actually kind of winging this one right now. We're gonna have
Don't
a little
say
bit. We're
that.
gonna have. No, it's too late. I already said it. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Don't
up.
let them
Cody.
know how the sausage is made.
What makes you think I give a fuck what these people
I know
think?
how the sausage is
Fuck.
made.
Yeah, I was a
Yeah,
sausage.
that's because you're
man.
here, Matt Hardy. You don't want
How is a
the
sausage
audience
made?
to know how
How
we
the
roll
sausage-
it up. How we
First of all,
how we take
that's
it
a
into
really-
a little tiny specimen, and we're just like,
First
that's
of
a
all,
sausage.
that's a very gross description. How the sausage is made.
I love
Do you
sausage.
know what the fuck is?
It's
in
a fucking
sausage?
idiom.
That's very disgusting. Let's go ahead and start there in the beginning here. You're talking about how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
No one knows how our sausages are made.
Well, obviously
We
you don't
started
know
from
how
the
idioms
Bando,
work, Quan.
and now we're out here doing this shit right here. Oh, idioms.
Yeah.
Who you calling an idiom, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? You think I'm an idiom? Wow, that's insulting.
You're a fucking idiot.
That's so
oh yeah,
insulting.
you're an idiot.
That's
Okay.
super fucking insulting. Let's go ahead and start there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. All
But
right.
but thank you guys for joining me. Thank
Of
you guys
course,
for joining
of
me
course,
here.
we're
This
here.
is really cool.
Intro over.
Okay. Oh wow. You want to now? Who's the
We're
idiom
drawing
now?
the fucking line.
Who's the idiom
I want to talk
now?
about Roger Stone.
Okay, you want to get immediately right into it, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, so I definitely don't know who Roger Stone is.
Oh boys.
All right. So in case
See,
you guys,
I have a tell for you.
Well, let's get them a little backstory here, real quick. In case you guys don't know, Young Kushy is our guy who's on the job when it comes to things about what's going on in current American, politics and things.
Politics.
Oh, politics.
He wants to immediately get into the politics. I don't know why. I thought we were gonna say that for later. But if you immediately want to get into
Yeah,
it,
we're bringing it right up front because Roger Stone,
all
like,
right.
even if you're not, like, super into politics, you think it's kind of lame, or you just find the whole thing just, like, a pain in the ass to kind of get into, Roger Stone is just an anomaly that exists in the universe. Like, you don't have to be, like, a conservative to have an opinion. You don't have to be a leftist to have an opinion.
Right. Okay. So what are you getting at here? What's going on with Roger Stone?
So Roger Stone.
Here's our first topic, guys. Roger Stone. Let's get into it.
Let's talk about Roger Stone.
What's going on with him?
Roger Stone just got found guilty on 7 charges.
Right.
Which include
Of baby rape.
lying to Congress.
Whoa! What?
Well,
Whoa! Yeah. How many babies?
I don't know how
many
babies
babies did this dude rape?
I don't know how much he talked to Epstein. He probably talked to Epstein at some point.
I mean, obviously,
I would not be surprised.
He probably did. Like, let's be real here. But what's going on in the Roger Stone while you light your fucking cigarette?
So he was found guilty on 7 counts, including lying to Congress, witness tampering, and obstruction of a proceeding.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the whole entire reason why Roger Stone was even caught up in this whole entire mess is because Roger Stone he's what we call a political operative. Which means he does
in what sense?
He
Not
does,
a secret
for the
operative,
people who
though,
don't
right?
know, give a little bit more detail about that.
He does what's called opposition research, which means anytime you're running for office or whatever, you have these people who do opposition research.
Right.
They're trying to kind of attack their candidate, so they're looking for all the dirt or whatever. And Roger Stone, he's always been the kind of like the number one goon to go to when it comes to do that kind of thing.
So he's kind of like Bolton in a way.
He has a fucking Richard Nixon tattooed on his back.
Like a secret
No,
operative.
hold on. Wait, what the fuck did you just say? You said this motherfucker. Wait, what? You talking about
as far as
the
I know,
president that got impeached over the Watergate scandal?
Yes.
Is that what you were referring to?
Well, he got impeached
not
and then he
Elvis
resigned.
Nixon. I'm not talking about Elvis Nixon.
Yeah.
The other.
As far as I know, it's the only tattoo he has too. It's the only tattoo he has, which is why.
Well, let's get Matt Hardy up to date real quick. Basically, there's a guy who was one of Trump's aides, correct? Who who was in the impeachment process, who basically got fucking fucked, essentially.
He got fucked? So here's what I got from that story.
And give people your background on it.
Alright, so basically what they just told me is that Trump has AIDS. And he's about to get impeached. It's like Nixon.
Where is
That's what I heard.
Oh my god,
That's what I heard.
That was an extremely hilarious description of that whole situation.
He's
I have to
like
admit. That was very funny.
He's probably.
I need more information.
He got indicted out of all this over the Mueller probe. You know, Robert Mueller, his whole special counsel thing that they had going on for a couple years.
Yeah, that old fuck.
He's like the 7th dude that got charged with some shit. But you know that. If you want to know more about that, look up that shit on your own time. This is more about just Roger Stone as like who he is and his legacy.
So what's up with this guy? We get it. He got fucked over for like several charges, but like let's get to know him as a person.
Yeah.
Who framed Roger Stone?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
who the fuck did it? Who the fuck was it? The goddamn Ukrainians? Who the fuck was it, dude?
It was not the Ukrainians. But
Give us some background story on this fucker.
okay, the first thing that I want to mention about Robert Stone is that this is how he's described. Stone's personal style has been described as flamboyant. In a 2007,
so he's a gay. What? Right? So he's a gay.
In a 2007 Weekly Standard profile,
Can't say that.
Stone was described as Lord of Mischief
Oh.
and boastful Black Prince of the Republican sleeve.
What? Wait, hold up. Let's go back to the mischief thing. That's a cool title.
Boastful Black Prince?
If you're the Lord of Mischief, you're obviously.
Wait, is he black?
No.
What the fuck?
He's
then?
probably.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Hang on a second.
Give us some. Let the details flow like a river.
Okay, I just want to preface this before I really dive into it. Examples of Stone's rules include: politics with me isn't theater; it's performance art. Sometimes for its own sake.
So basically, it's just kind of like acting, Like if I went to AU or something like that, shout out to Augusta University. If I went,
he's a grifter. He's a grifter.
And I was majoring in acting class. Is essentially
exactly
what he's saying here.
He's like
Shakespearean.
Exactly.
Way before you had Jacob Wall. Way before you had Mike
Cernovich
or all these dudes who go on the internet and like just say inane shit just to gain a following to make money.
On
Twitter from.
There's a lot of this.
Roger Stone was there.
Yeah.
Roger Stone was there way before.
I bet this guy gets laid.
Dude. No doubt he gets fucking.
This guy gets
no doubt. He probably gets mad fucking puss. He's like, hey girl, I'm about to go to prison for 20 years. You're trying to get this. You trying to get that Roger
Stone up, bitch.
Well,
yeah, for real. I really bet like that's kind of his mentality right now. I saw a picture of him in one of the articles I was looking at, and he just looked very casual as fuck walking out of a building. So I mean, I'm sure this guy's definitely getting mad pussy.
Here's the thing about Roger. One thing that people don't really know about Roger Stone is that actually he has a cuck fetish.
Oh,
and this is documented. You can look this up. I mean,
this changes everything.
Hold on. You said he's got a cuck fetish.
Yes.
So is he married?
Yes.
So you're telling me that?
But his fetish is like the thing.
So his wife's tricking his ass.
Sure.
So his wife is not racist as he is, and his wife just likes to get fucked by
and look, on its face, that's fine. I don't care.
He's a white guy.
But he pals around with people. He pals around with the people who like kind of make fun of this guy. So like
Matt Hardy in the building, everybody.
So
Matt Hardy in the building, everybody.
So there's all kinds of jokes floating around. It's like, oh, how's he gonna get? What's his fetish gonna be like once he's in prison? Like, he just. Some people are being like, well,
still the same.
I bet his fetish is putting a Mario cap on and fucking his wife and being like, what?
Since he has like a Nixon tattoo, and because the reason why he got locked up
is very strange.
Is because what he did is he was like the nexus between the Trump campaign and WikiLeaks.
Right. Yeah.
So,
That they've emphasized that very clearly.
Yeah.
That,
so he
has ties.
He was the guy who he talked to like Good for Sir 2.0 and all these Russian hackers.
And was like, hey, you guys need help for the next election.
Yeah. And, it's not even like he just bumbled his way into this by just trying to, since he's a grifter, he just always wants to be a part of things. And since like Donald Trump like tapped him as like his aide, that meant like Congress was like, okay, well, if you're like going to be an official part of this, we want to hear your testimony.
So how is this associated with like his backstory about like how he is, who he is a person today? Are you saying just from like a general perspective about what we're seeing with him currently, or do you mean just like he's a weird ass motherfucker? Because so far from what you told me, he's definitely a weird ass motherfucker who is gonna get fucked.
Well, he's also one of these dudes that just like he comes from just like he's like the anytime he says something, he's literally it's just like the instant response is okay boomer. It's like it's okay boomer just across the board,
Okay.
You're like okay, Roger.
Shout out all the boomers. Can't wait for all y'all to die.
Sorry, Grandma.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, but he's definitely he's not a doomer boomer. He's just a boomer. And
he's not a zoomer either.
He's not a zoomer. He's not.
Shout out to the zoomers. Y'all alright.
He is the guy that's just from such an old school time. He's from such an old school time that like he thought like just like worshiping Richard Nixon was like a good thing for him, I guess.
Right.
And which
is crazy just by the fact that he even has a tattoo.
But look, here's what I think is the ultimate point about Roger Stone. He worships Richard Nixon so much that
he sees how Trump is going to get impeached
his crimes are based off of like getting emails from the DNC. So like so how Watergate was like it was like those people got fucked up because it was a bunch of people breaking into like the headquarters of the DNC and like stealing all their shit or whatever, but they got caught.
Right. It was basically like an inside
Roger Stone fetishizes them so much that he tried to like emulate their crimes, but in like the 21st century.
Right.
So he went to WikiLeaks
to recreate the same thing.
Yeah. So he went to like WikiLeaks to like get their emails and shit. And then so like eventually like since he's so connected with the Trump campaign, they were like, well,
he doesn't really have a choice but to just like kind of play it cool and just kind of deny everything. So that's
plausible deniability is something that I've always heard.
He also
exactly. Okay, so throughout this court trial that he's been going through, he was such just a blatant like. Okay, so grifters, they're unashamed about like what they do on the internet because their whole entire like mentality is about like rallying like populist support from their Twitter community. To like,
that's what it's all about these days.
Yeah,
just
to build their
on
base
Twitter,
up or whatever.
If you're so influential,
to build their base, and so like, what? So wow.
Yeah, I mean,
so
shout out Donald Trump for the most lit tweets of fucking 2018. Shout out to Donald J. Trump.
Presidential harassment.
We actually got Donald Trump on the line right now. Donald Trump, how you doing?
We're gonna go to China.
Tremendous. It's tremendous.
We got
no click broke
Donald Trump.
No click broke low.
We're gonna build a wall in China.
Thank you, Trump.
Nothing to fake Democrats.
Thank you, Trump, for being on the podcast. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
All right, but okay. So what I want to point out is that
what are the main points
because he was trying to rally his base while he was going through this court proceeding or whatever. He started like threatening the judge, like on Twitter, just like blatantly threatening the judge, like saying, "Oh, this judge is corrupt," and shit like that. He literally posted on Instagram a picture of the judge with a target on her face.
Wow.
Think about that.
That's really fucked up. I mean, look. Let's get one thing clear here. The guy is fucked. Everything that he's done, despite his weird ass personality, the weird ass personality just kind of connects to the things that you're seeing of his current behavior, of what he's doing right now.
And this is what I'm saying.
That's
like,
very fucking clear.
It's not. You don't even have to make it about like what side of politics you land on. This is just an insanely dumb thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Even the right is agreeing that what's going on is like, whoa, this is not good for us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's something that
even the right is like, okay, boomer.
Yeah. Even they're like, holy shit, maybe we should do something different. You know, even they're starting to come around and realize, and that's something that this whole story is. What I'm getting from this whole story is that we need to realize that we got to realize the corruption that's going on in America and things like that. We got to focus more on things like that because this is just one example of what could potentially.
Yeah. Hey, let me give you one.
Whoa! We got inmates in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Inmates in the building.
Let me just say one thing.
Inmates in the building.
From a right-leaning kind of type of person.
Yeah, give us your opinion.
I'll say, hey, guess what? I never heard of this guy, and I never heard of any of these stories.
Typical right-wing person.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I don't pay attention to most things in politics.
Right.
And I'll tell you why I'm right-wing.
Right-winged.
Right-winged because, really I don't know why. And I'd say,
maybe because you're white.
Maybe it's the propaganda.
Whoa!
Hey, can you get my phone?
Hold on. We're gonna take a quick break.
It's President Trump.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We got Trump calling in right now. We're gonna take a quick break.
Okay, but so to wrap this up, basically, since Roger Stone did that inane shit where he painted a target on his judge and posted it to Instagram like that.
Right.
The judge gave him a gag order. So once he got convicted of these crimes that he committed or whatever, he got convicted for lying to Congress and all that.
7 crimes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
7 counts.
That's a lot of shit to fuck over the U.S. government.
Since there's a gag order against him from the judge, whenever he walked out of court, he couldn't say shit. And
let's be real.
And so he's just looking at cameras like, I can't say anything.
Let's be realistic here. That guy is not going to go to prison. He's too high of a official person.
Probably.
I don't see this guy doing.
He'll get some.
Time.
Well, look.
He might get he might get a month of probation or something.
Michael Cohen's in prison. Lots of these people are in prison.
There are some higher ups who fuck up that hard where they get in prison. But I mean,
I think the max sentence.
Looking at the guy, it doesn't seem like a guy who's going to be in prison.
The max sentence is like I think like 50 years. Max sentence is 50 years, but obviously he's not going to get that. But he'll get let off a little bit, but he will spend a little time in the high class prison where
Well, Cody, let's hope that he does.
Yeah.
And now we can take a break, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
And here's a word from our sponsors. BigDick.com. You got a big dick, you need a condom.
Yeah.
Go to BigDick.com. You don't want to get any girls pregnant. You don't want to have a child.
They're the best. Not the children, but the condoms. I love the condoms. Man.
Yeah, you know what? Just put them on your dick and you'll have a greater time than not. You'll worry less, you know.
That's true.
You have anxiety.
I don't want no kids.
Oh, this is supposed to be about Nature Box.
I don't want no kids.
Nope, no nature box, just bigdick.com.
Big condoms.
Hey, you can get the Big Dick box monthly for $39.99 a month.
Use promo code Lucky Dragon.
Yeah, use promo code. That's too long of a promo code, but
use promo code Quan for Big Dick condoms.
Yeah, Big Dick condoms.
The biggest of dick condoms.
And make sure you don't have a small dick because they won't fit. Hey, mate, here, and you know, I think it's my turn to do a topic.
Whoa, Matt Hardy, what's up?
Yeah, we did the
Welcome
politics
back,
thing, and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that real quick. We had YK we're gonna talk about it. We had YK in the building.
Yes.
Young Kushy's first on the new Dragon's Den podcast. And
Ow!
Whoa, what happened?
Sorry, nothing.
We got people burning themselves over here. But we had YK in the building, Young Kushy over here to give you guys a little bit of more of that informative information. That's very important.
Informative information.
And shout out to our sponsors as well, whoever the fuck those people are.
BigDick.com.
We don't really know them that well.
I do.
But so Matt Hardy, what's going on in the universe of you?
Anyway, first off, I'd like to say I work very closely with BigDick.com.
Okay, well, shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out with them.
Shout out.
They help me out a lot.
Shout out to.
And also, I'd like to say that I think our next topic should be.
Yeah, lay it on us, buddy.
Pokemon Sword and
Whoa!
Shield.
Yes.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, bah, 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 bah. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about the games, Quan? I'd like to know.
Wow. So a lot of people have been hating on the new Pokemon Shield
Why?
and Sword games.
Why?
Because there's numerous amounts of reasons. One of the
Give me
main
one.
reasons is because there's no national dex, which is I think is the main reason. There's no national.
So what does that
Pokemon
mean?
dex.
What does that mean?
So for those who don't know, there are over 800 Pokemon or something like that right now, probably even more. And
Yeah,
the latest Pokemon game, you do not have access to every single one of those Pokemon.
Half.
As in, they dumbed it down for the specific port to the
And
Switch.
okay, you know what?
Just
Let
for
me just talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's Matt Hardy's thing. Yeah, bring it up.
There's a thing that's called Dexit. Okay, you know Brexit, but
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
now it's Dexit. So
Oh,
they
shit.
Right.
they cut half of the Pokemon from the game,
Which
and
is
you know,
fucked.
yeah, which is fucked. But you know why they cut half of them? They said they're making all new models for every Pokemon that's in the game.
Oh, this sort gets deep.
Because,
This
you
one
know,
gets deep.
It's on Switch, and so the Switch can handle much more than the 3DS could handle.
Yeah.
So guess what, guys? Dexit says that they looked at the models.
They data mine, right?
They did the data mine.
Yeah,
and
they did that.
they found
What do
that.
you mean when you say they data mined?
Essentially, it's when you go through the files of any kind of game and see what the people who created the game. You go down to the deepest depths of all the folders in the game, and you see what is already in the game that you might not have found yet.
You can go to the skeleton models or whatever you call it,
Right.
and see exactly how
Every
they
single
modeled
one,
it.
one by
And
one.
they found that the models were the exact same as the 3DS version of the game.
Right, which is crazy to me.
Which is what they said that they didn't include all the Pokemon for. So basically, Game Freak lied. Hashtag Game Freak lied.
Yeah, it's very trending.
Well, you know,
that was trending
hold on.
Twitter.
To be fair, you know, the Game Freak. Let's just give him just a little bit of leeway here.
Him?
It is.
Him.
It is
You
just.
mean- you know,
it is
Game
just
Freak-
one Game Freak.
Well, no.
Like the Game Freak. You know,
Okay,
he's got a lot
he's
on his
doing bit.
hands.
He's doing a little
The Game Freak has a lot on his hands, and he
Yeah,
can't
that
just
guy-
handle too much at one time.
Yeah,
and he's a monster. Everybody hates
Also,
him.
that guy can suck my dick because they made a trash game. And the Pokemon getting discluded is not the only problem with
this
the
is
game.
something I noticed. Matt, shout out to my boy MH right beside me. He fucking is hating on the new Pokemon game.
Listen,
and I really
guys.
don't understand. I'm very excited about this new Pokemon
I'm also
game. I'm
excited.
still gonna play the fuck out of it, despite the fact that hashtag Game Freak lied. Whatever. Who gives a
Damn, it's a hashtag.
It's a hashtag. It was trending on Twitter.
Number 6, if I do say so myself. But let me talk for a moment. Let me talk for a moment about this. You know, I'm a Pokemon fan till the day I die, and I was so excited for this new game.
You literally have a picture of Rayquaza, a painting of Rayquaza sitting on your wall, right there.
Yeah, and that painting cost me $100.
Shout out to the
and not only that,
in your Pokemon fandom.
Yeah, and I love the fandom, and you know, I love Pokemon, and it's great. But I'll tell you one thing: I was about to go and buy a Switch Lite, just for this game.
Yeah. I think I might still. Excuse me. You're good. Hey, I think I might still do that. What's your opinion on the Switch Lite?
I'll tell you one thing. I hate Nintendo games, and I used to.
You got a hater in the building.
Okay, listen. You know, I like a lot of games. Like, they made the Zelda game. What's it called?
Breath of the Wild.
I love Breath of the Wild.
Shout out Mario Odyssey too. I haven't played it yet.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 I'd love to play, but a lot of the games, Mario Kart, they just require a lot of friends around you.
True.
That's very true.
To play all the time.
That's what the target audience is you get into with your friends.
I was at a bar one time and somebody had a Switch and was like, "Yo, do you want to play?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm at a bar."
I was like, "Nigga, I ain't got no Switch." The fuck?
I'm too drunk to play.
I'm at a bar, dude.
Dude, I'm 4 drinks away from saying I'm too drunk to do this podcast.
Man, Hardy, well.
Anyway, let me get back to the juice of it. So the reason why I'm not excited about this Pokemon game is, first of all, because I have to pay too much money to just get into the game. I have a 3DS. I could easily buy it on 3DS.
If it came out for 3DS, I would be right there.
Yeah, so the thing is, why would they use the same models as the past versions?
The fucking 3DS games?
Yeah, on the Switch games. So that's where the Game Freak Live thing comes in.
Right.
And so if you're going to use the same models as the 3DS games, then why am I paying $20 extra for the game to be on Switch if you didn't really try to make it for Switch? And why is half of the Pokemon cut out if you're going to make the same models?
Yeah.
And so
more than half.
Where that takes me to is, are you going to later give me more Pokemon as DLC?
Well, you see, I don't think it's gonna be DLC. In my opinion, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna create. They already have the next Pokemon probably already projected out. Like they already have something planned.
Pokemon Black and Tan,
Sword and Shield. Like you will have Pokemon.
I don't know.
Tank and
Black
Submarine
and
or
Black
something.
And Tan.
Like they already have something planned.
I'm just saying, bro.
Black and Tan. What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, bro, we're talking about.
Black and Tan. That was
Black
horrible.
and Mild.
It's like the
I
beard.
think Tank and Submarine sounded more realistic than Black and Tan.
It's like the beard, Quan.
We already
already
had
been
black
a
and
black.
white, baby.
Yeah,
There is already a black and
black
white.
and
You're right.
tan.
You're right.
The fuck. But overall, Matt Hardy, any final thoughts on the Pokemon thing?
I have
here?
plenty of final thoughts, and I wasn't even halfway done.
Oh, well,
done.
keep
Come
that, okay, keep that shit rolling, baby.
All right, let's keep rolling. So,
yeah, man.
So, besides the Dexit part of it, where they definitely fucked up and lied to all the fans and robbed everyone, I might add.
I don't feel lied to. Shout out Game Freak, I love you.
Okay, shut up. Anyway, I think that what I've seen from the games, I'm not a fucking genius when it comes to games. So let me say the graphics and shit to be on.
Okay.
Shut up.
They look great.
Let me talk before you say it's great.
Yes.
So
great.
fucking bitch.
Go ahead.
So the graphics look good, dude. I'm not hating on the game. Like, I'd love to play it myself if I had $270 to buy a Switch Lite
For fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, for just the one game that I want to play.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's great, but I've heard there's so many things that just makes it bad, like things rendering terribly, and it's just not.
You just have something against the Queen.
No.
According to reviews, Matt Hardy's actually right there.
I love the English, mate. Haven't you heard?
There actually are.
Isn't it, Cody?
Well, you don't want to watch out
Isn't it
the pub,
some
get some
rendering
more.
problems on the Pokemon game, mate? Oh, what?
I love the Queen, innit?
According to fucking IGN, shout out to those fucking pussies.
Oi, is that a right you?
They said that the game does have some rendering issues, so I do give Matt Hardy props on that one, because apparently that is a thing that is a problem that is hitting the game.
Yeah, but also I'll tell you one thing. They didn't pay too much attention to the game because a lot of the cutscenes when you're in battles and things like that, they look great. And, the things that they said about the animations are false. But
Right.
what they did say about the backgrounds of the fights and if you're fishing and you pull up a Pokemon, you'll be teleported to a new place. It's
like a mega glitch or something.
it's
like
not a glitch. It's just a laziness.
Speaking of Mega, they don't have Mega evolutions anymore.
They sure don't. And also,
the fact that they got rid of Mega evolutions is like whenever
like a tragedy.
It's kind of like whenever
like
the
they
Olympics,
lost the best
the Olympics
thing ever.
started cracking down on steroid use, and then they were like, well, you can have these other steroids.
Like the best thing.
What a comparison.
Anyway, I'd say I haven't played the game, and I don't know if this is facts, but the backgrounds are very lazy. And I know that a couple of houses that you can go into have the same exact
interior.
Yeah. And so they dropped the ball really hard. I'm not going to say it's a bad game because I haven't played it, and I am very excited. I'm excited to play the game.
Right.
Yeah.
However, as a fan, on this new console, you should have did it big.
Yeah.
And they really dropped the ball.
I will agree in that sense from MH, despite as much shit as he talked about my favorite beloved childhood series. I will admit this is the fact that they could have done a lot better. I have seen the gameplay. I've seen a lot. I've kept up with the game since the beginning.
Yeah, same.
And I will admit that the gameplay looks very subpar. It's not up to date. It's very fucking simple. People are comparing it to Breath of the Wild, but
well,
Pokemon,
this is the thing about Pokemon games is because since Pokemon games started off so shitty when it comes to graphics.
Yeah, but
they give you like
Color.
the little incremental now it's slightly more 3D and now
But
it's
this
slightly
is
even more 3D.
Right. They give you that slight edge.
But
as
this
the
is a
generations progress.
console. They should be able to control. They have much more power, you know?
Right.
They shouldn't have to cut out 400 Pokemon for a trash product. They should, if they want to, they have this power of this Nintendo Switch console.
Right.
Yeah.
So they should
literally one of the most profitable video game franchises ever made.
Right. So why would they have to cut out 400 Pokemon?
Because they need that money, man.
That's the thing. Nintendo's very greedy. I mean, most video game companies are super greedy these days, but Nintendo is also exhibiting the same behavior, like in the same sense of how they released Mario Kart on the phone. And everyone thought it was going to be multiplayer day one. Guess what? It wasn't fucking multiplayer.
We all know that
one.
capitalism has its problems, but once you start coming from a Pokemon, well, damn.
We start seeing some shit.
It's like, look, bro.
We need regulations.
I'm happy with lesser graphics. I'm happy with pixels. I don't care. But once you tell us this game is going to be great, and the reason why it's going to be great is because we had to cut out half of the Pokemon that you guys know and love.
What if it's one of my faves?
It definitely was one of your faves.
I'm going to give a shout out to the Pokemon Poke posting group on Facebook. They make memes about that kind of shit all the time, about how all of their favorite Pokemons are cut out of the game right now.
Especially Ekans.
And
Ekans...
Snake backwards.
Ekans is snake backwards.
Shout out Ekans.
And he's the best Pokemon because he eats Pidgeys, and they're so fucking annoying.
Yeah, shout out to Generation 1 because Pidgeys were very annoying on that first fucking route.
But they taste so delicious. They taste so good.
Especially to an Ekans, which is snake backwards, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah. And Arbok is Cobra.
Oh, fuck!
Backwards. Did you know that, you Pokemon fucking
Oh my god!
You fucking Pokemon!
Anyway, alright, that's enough of this.
So,
that's enough of Pokemon, we're sorry.
Yeah, man, so...
I just had to rant for a bit, and I'm done now, but...
I'm gonna give my review of Pokemon Sword and Shield right now.
Already?
Me not knowing and not playing the game, and from what it's... just from what I've read on the internet. So my final review of Pokemon Sword and Shield is shout out Adam Sessler.
Yeah, it's XPlay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give it three Mudkips. Out of 5. Out of 5. Shout out Adam Sessler,
Mudkip's
baby.
not in the game. Mudkip's not in the game.
Well, that's the ranking system.
He got cut out.
That was the joke, because Mudkip's not in the game.
Alright.
3 Mudkips out of 5. Yeah.
So 0 Mudkips.
Game Freak, fuck you.
Anyway.
Hashtag Game Freak lied. Shout out Twitter. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Gay freak live.
Yeah. Did you know-
I didn't want to say it myself, but
Did you know
yes.
that was actually trending.
Hashtag Twitter.
Yeah, number
That was
6 on
trending.
Twitter.
Yeah,
I know. I
very
know the
crazy.
stats. Yeah.
Very, very fucking crazy. But
Also, I think they deserve it, and I want them to learn a lesson, honestly.
wasn't what else was trending that week? I think hashtag No Nut November was trending that week. Too,
Oh, have
so,
you guys survived? No, no, no.
Yeah,
No.
let's end it on a No Nut November.
No,
little
I
segment
failed on
here.
day one because I
Yeah.
do not participate in that propaganda bullshit.
Whoa! How's it propaganda when there's nothing wrong with not nutting for a whole month? What's wrong with not nutting? It's kind of like
What's wrong with nutting?
how they do sober October or whatever.
First of all,
Come
let me
on,
say
man.
one thing. I know that Quan failed.
Yeah, duh, I failed. I didn't even mean to fail. It was November 1st.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even know it was November 1st. I was
Hey,
like, oh shit, I fucked up.
I also failed about
Daylight
7
savings,
times.
bro.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude. What? I nutted. Shit,
I
dude,
failed
my
about
bad.
7 times already. And I'd say that it's not our fault. We're men,
That's
and
true.
we nut
That's
on
true.
accident occasionally.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's failed No Nut November so far. If you've already failed, you're a trooper.
Don't feel
What is,
bad.
what is the
You
female
fucking
equivalent
loser.
to No Nut November?
What's what?
The women's equivalent.
Good luck.
Hey,
Hey, don't get
No,
fucked.
no. I know the equivalent. It's it's No Dick November.
No dick,
No
no
dick,
November.
Oh, well, it doesn't have
November.
the same alliteration.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
no,
it's
no
like maybe
fingers
they
on
like-
pussy.
Clit November.
no
What do you want me to
masturbation
say?
name?
What do you want me to say here? No clit November.
No juice November.
No orgasm November.
No nookie November.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
You may not masturbate in May.
If you're.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Way to hit him with the headlines, YK.
First of all-
that was really good.
Yeah,
was
sorry,
really good.
ladies. You,
But let's give a shout out to the ladies. If there's any ladies out there who don't fucking come for a month, let us know what month that is. Cause
I'll tell you what right now.
I'm not enough
There's
stuff
a
right
lot of ladies that don't come for a lot of months.
okay, I didn't mean it in that way.
And that's nobody's
I didn't
fault.
mean-
Except for the dudes that's with them.
I didn't mean it in that sense. I mean, like, if a woman dedicates her time, anyone who dedicates their time to not nutting for a whole month, that's not in November. Let me know what's
Do
up.
they have
man.
to put?
Let me know what's up.
Do they write it down
I
on
mean,
like their calendar?
that-
Like
it's-
every time you put an X on the day, you just like
Yeah.
I didn't masturbate on that day.
Yeah, isn't there like a new holiday created every year? I mean, I don't see why.
I
it
know
wouldn't be
those
a
guys are
month
very powerful.
dedicated.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, they're very powerful because they don't nut.
What if like Bernie, once he gets elected, he was like, let's make No Nut November official.
I would be kind of pissed,
Dude,
I'd be pissed because I'd be like, I
I
can't.
feel
nut
like,
for a whole
Bernie,
month.
are you serious? You're gonna give me money and tell me I can't
Yeah.
nut?
You're gonna give me money, give me free health
It's a
care.
trade-off.
I can't
It's a
nut.
trade-off.
Nigga, what the
That's
fuck?
not the trade-off, bro. That's not what I
At
asked
least-
for.
And,
I'm sorry.
we got the Nick. Shout out to we have a special guest in the corner. Come over here. Come over here.
Come over close.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, what's up? We have Mickey in the building. Hello, Mickey. What's going
Hi.
on? What's
I
your
need to know
take?
the rules of No Nut November. Like,
You
is
can't
sex
fucking, you
prohibited?
can't
You
jerk
can't,
off.
You can't
You
come
can't
at all.
fuck?
You can't nuck it.
No coming.
Nuck if you both. You can't nut
I
at
think
all.
fucking is fine, right?
Nope.
No. It's
Damn,
Yeah,
you can't
dude.
even have sex.
Okay, boomer.
Okay,
boomer.
Because you'll nut if you fuck.
Yeah.
Well, not
yeah.
always. You
Okay.
can
Well, Mickey,
pull back.
we got special guest Mickey.
Can you
on the
edge? Can you
set.
edge?
You can
let's-
edge, but no nut.
No, okay, you can edge, but what's your opinion on that, Mickey? What do you
What's
think?
my opinion?
Yes,
I
let's,
think it's stupid.
Well, not nutting at all.
I agree.
Yes, I think it's
It's,
stupid.
I would agree. I would agree there, but
Why do you think it's stupid?
Why do I think it's stupid? Oh, that's a hard one. Well, because I feel like people should be able to pleasure themselves whenever they want. I think it's arbitrary.
Well, you have
even-
all the rest of the year, but this
even
1 month.
even out of a
But
whole
why?
year, even out of a whole
because
year.
society. You have to take. You have to be good in
I just
society.
want to know who came up with this and why.
I think Q from 4chan came up with this actually.
Really?
Well, just some anonymous person on 4chan.
I just feel like it's been going
I'm
on
pretty sure
forever.
this was like a 4chan thing back in the day. Whenever they came up with November.
Yeah, it was probably some
Because
fucking
all-
loser on
it's
8chan.
because all these people do is jack off.
Fuck 8chan.
And so there's like for 1 month we're just not.
Right.
Also, I feel like there were a lot of opinions about the women's orgasm.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, no doubt.
From
There's
you guys.
definitely.
Do you know how hard it is to orgasm when you're a woman?
I thought we made that point. We made that point.
Yeah, we did make that point actually. It is a.
You know, every month is No Nut November for women.
No, it's for dudes too, cause.
Yeah, so it's almost like you
But
don't
it's hard,
you don't
right?
nut
Right?
you don't
Right?
nut
It's easier for
because women don't get to do it all the time. You don't do it for 1 month because it's like a sacrifice. It's like or like some sort of like a memory or a memorandum kind of thing.
Something like
Like
that. Something like that.
It's like I failed already, so fuck it.
It's like since y'all can't do it, we'll take 1 month off.
Well,
it's fine.
essentially, I think what it is overall is like, you know how like there's like this really big notion in America. I feel like especially in America that means what it's
Like
saying is
Christmas.
like, well, what it's saying is that women you have a super hard time coming. You know,
Of course they do.
because they don't have penises like men. So if women had something to just dedicate a time where they didn't nut. It wouldn't make any sense overall.
Would not make
it
any
wouldn't
sense.
make any sense.
Yeah, because they're
what
already
the fuck
not-
are we talking about?
They're already
Yeah.
not nutting.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They
So,
have
but I
nut
mean,
all year.
but-
And that's why we do
No,
it.
nut all
That's why
year.
we do it.
There we
That's why we
go.
take 1 month.
No nut
1
all
month out of the year.
Nah,
No, November.
No, we're not gonna seek it down to that low. But
Anyway, I'd like to see the
But-
next topic that we have to talk about. I'd like to see what Jaquan wants to talk about.
we're about to hit the end here. I want to give a shout out to Mickey for chiming in there. Shout out to Mickey.
Oh, we're hitting the end.
Yeah, we're about to hit the end here. Any little last things you guys want to talk about?
I do. I would like to say something.
Maybe
I would like to say
fucking gay you are or something, Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I'd
came
like
out
to
the
say-
closet last week.
I'd like to say that was very homophobic.
Yeah, it was.
And
Thank
you know, of
Thank
course,
you. I know it was. Thank you.
I'm very
Thank
PC.
you. Thank you.
Of course.
No, you're fucking not. Shut the fuck
And
up.
I'd like to say that Jaquan's
I'm an
definitely
SJW.
a retard.
I'm an SJW. Oh, we got an R word. We got a hard R over here. Wow.
Hard G. We couldn't say the hard G.
Well,
Wow, we're pushing
Jaquan
it.
called
We're
me a
pushing it.
faggot earlier.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And I'll call you one right
let's
now.
just name every word that's bad.
All right, cunt,
Pussy.
faggot,
Gay.
Jaquan, you
retard.
have to do the
Cunt.
ones.
motherfucker. Wait, which one?
You have to do the one.
I'm not saying the hard.
We can't do
R.
it.
Nah, I'm not doing it. No, we're gonna. You know what? Thank you guys for joining us
thank
once
you.
again for the Dragon's Den.
Hey,
I wanna
thanks
give
for
a
having me.
shout out.
Thanks for having me.
We're not gonna talk about Nicolas Cage playing himself.
We're
Okay, it's fine.
we don't have time. We'll
Wait,
do it
wait,
next
brought
time. We'll do it next time.
We brought it up. Y'all know.
We'll do it next
Nicolas
time.
Cage is
In
playing
case you
himself
didn't
in
know,
the movie.
Nicolas Cage playing himself because it's Nicolas Cage. Blah blah blah. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us once again. So you guys want to plug anything or anything? What y'all got over here?
I'll plug my Instagram. It's called You Can Call Me MH on Instagram.
At.
You can call me
You
MH.
didn't say the at part. I'm sorry.
Is that how we do it?
I think yeah. You say the.
Okay, here
when
we
you
go.
plug yourself. You say the at first. Right.
You can call me MH
You said that so weird.
on Instagram.
At. Is that at?
You
Alright,
can
yeah.
call me MH.
Yeah.
Well, you can find me at Platform Zero on Instagram, and you can find me at Cody Bohler on Twitter.
Yes, bitch, yes. And you can follow me at who is Jay Jones on Instagram and at Destructor Quan
Is that
on
how I say-
Twitter. On Twitter.
Twitter. Everybody get on Twitter. So I have something to do.
I'm gonna do something special here to end this real quick. Usually when Kyle's here, he likes to end it on a little prayer. So I can
That
do the prayer.
sounds gay, dude.
You're fucking gay. I'm gonna end this on a little prayer in honor of Kyle the Oak Tree. So
Really go on
everyone grab hands.
Okay.
Alright, you don't really have to. Okay.
Come on.
Grab my fucking hand. Alright.
Just like Mike Pence.
Made the podcast trust in Mike Pence. Actually, fuck him, fuck everybody, and fuck everything until we all die. Amen.
Amen.
Can't believe we grabbed hands for that.
Yeah, we're at this.
All right.
Bitch. Tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week when we figure out what it means to be a parasite inside of a colon.